Good evening, this is Dominic with TheBackVlog. I believe it was yesterday, I just finished volume 4 of Akira, and you see on the cover here, Akira on his throne. And this volume, pretty much none of this happens in the film. This was all brand new to me, and it fills in so many blanks of things that happen, and gives so much more context. At first, I thought, let me get this out of the way, that Kaori was a character that was made up in the film, because I thought she was Tetsuo's girlfriend from school, but I guess not. She's introduced in this one just basically as like a kind of like a throw. She's not really a throwaway character, but she's introduced with 2 other throwaway characters, so she's meant to be disposable, but the role that she plays in this ends up being a bigger one. But in here you have the conflict between the great Tokyo Empire led by Akira and his right-hand man Tetsuo, who's finally back after his volume-long absence of 3. And Lady Miyako's temple, where, you know, you have like monks and like they heal the sick and feed people, and so it's basically like this dichotomy of basically a gang of bandits who kill without a second thought, and a gang of sages. I guess they're not really a gang, but like a group of sages who are, you know, trying to do things for the greater good. And the conflict that arises between these 2 forces is a very deadly one. You get a lot of Tetsuo's background in here, because he tries to read Akira's mind, and his power is just too strong. And you know, there's like a lot of like surreal aspects of this. You learn a lot about you know, Tetsuo's background. Not like a lot, but you see it in just like these kind of like little vignettes. His implication with Kaneda is implied. You see his family and everything. And you also kind of get more context, because there's this scene where Akira confronts Lady Miyako, and you get a lot of context as to what the government was doing with this project, and the science behind the psychics of this series that you just don't really get in the animated film. Not to say that the animated film is bad or anything, because it is a technical marvel of animation. Despite that, watching it, it does feel incomplete. Like there's a lot of missing information where things just kind of, not like things just kind of happen, but it feels like there's a lot that is being withheld from the audience. The manga, especially this one, is crucial in understanding those missing pieces. So I know I keep saying this every single video, but I really want to go back to the film, see the differences, and kind of like really consider what's truly going on here. I also forgot to mention in the previous video, because I mentioned that Takashi was shot, and I think he was killed, which I don't remember happening in the film at all. It was really heavily implied that Kaneda was killed too. He fell off of he fell like into a rift, never to be seen again after the nuclear explosion that was emitted from Akira. But now he's kind of like existing in this astral plane, and it's really interesting. Like, you know, he comes back completely unannounced whenever shit's hitting the fan again, towards the end of this, and it's a genuine surprise for him to be back, but also to kind of see like how he fits into the whole thing, and how he's like basically tasked with stopping Tetsuo. So yeah, I thought that was incredible. The aftermath of the blast from Volume 3 obviously has had devastating consequences, and the way that it affected a lot of the main characters. You have Kei and Chiyoko, who I don't think is even in the film. You know, they're kind of like on their own quest to deliver the 2 surviving test subjects to Lady Miyako and keep them safe and everything. But then you have the Colonel, who is like basically on his own. He has some scientists with him, and he comes into the possession of one of the test subject children. But you have a lot of the people who were under the colonel who have joined the Great Tokyo Empire as well. There's like a thing with some of the previous militants and their honor and loyalty towards the colonel, and how that kind of plays into the narrative as well. And then you have Ryu, I believe his name is. It's either Ryu or Ryo, one of the revolutionaries, and like how he's also trying to, find Kei and Chiyoko. So there's just like it's another one of those volumes where you have like multiple groups of people, and they're like all trying to like find each other, essentially. That seems to be like how a lot of these volumes go, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not like, it's not even like really predictable or anything. It's just really interesting to see how narratively this is like playing out, and it seems cyclical in that. I'm really excited to get to volume 5. I don't know what the cover of that is, but I do know after having read the preview for volume 5 in this one, this is where it's the one where Kaneda and Tetsuo supposedly face off, but there's still one volume after that, so I'm curious what's going to happen in the next one. But yeah, Akira volume 4, exhilarating, true masterpiece. It's just phenomenal. The artwork is phenomenal. The action sequences are phenomenal. The settings and the character design, everything about this manga, this whole series is mastery at work right before your eyes. It's really, really good.